I've been thinking lately about the ways division we see externally is a reflection of division within ourselves. I can generally tell when I have an internal conflict by how I respond to others, especially internet others. If I think one way logically and feel another way about it, or even worse, if I have put pressure on myself to think and feel a certain way because I've constructed part of my identity around it, all of my spaciousness around what others are experiencing shrinks to alarmingly low levels. The only way I have found to resolve this and come back to my best self is to acknowledge that my thoughts and feelings are complicated, evolving, and context dependent, exactly like every other human and all of nature. I've written an article about my complicated feelings as a pro choice miscarriage survivor. So far, it has not landed super well with anyone who has not been in a very similar situation. And that's part of why I wrote it. I wrote it for people who've lived it. I wrote it for myself because I was sick of hiding and being afraid of what people might project onto me if I were completely honest. And I wrote it because I refuse to contribute this part of my shadow, this unacknowledged, shunned, and suffering part of myself that I can see, to the collective shadow that feels so huge. We are all complicated. And the more I can accept and give approval to the confusing and socially questionable parts of myself, the better I am at my job, at my relationships, at being a good citizen of the earth. People can be different and still non-threatening, no matter what some parts of our brains will try to tell us to the contrary. You don't have to agree with me. You don't even have to read what I wrote. If you patiently made it this far in my video, my biggest hope is that you'll give yourself some space to be complicated.